this to the side. Let's prime this one. This really does bring back memories on when I started painting my kits a long time ago, before I invested in an airbrush. Yeah, that's good enough. I think that's alright. Let me do the other one. There we go. I may have to thin out this primer a little bit more, but this is a good example on what to do, of course, for those of you who do not have an airbrush. Okay, let me continue on and finish up priming the remaining parts. As you can see, I've already primed all the parts. And double checking on the older ones, you'll see that it's not fully primed. There are some gaps in between the parts, but I will accept that, considering that it's going to be repainted in the bluish color, so that will be fine during the painting phase of the blue. These parts here, which constitutes the red, here and here, and these will also be painted the wine red, so that will be okay. And then the grayish parts. This is gray, that's gray, those are gray. No, not that one, that's blue. So far, so good. Getting these parts done, it seems to be a lot faster to actually paintbrush it than actually airbrush it, because there's a lot of preparation with an airbrush. However, there's a major difference in airbrushing it than there is with the paintbrush. But I'm showing those who want to know what it would look like if you want to paintbrush your kit and not airbrush it, because nobody has an airbrush. Alright, enough of babbling. Time to move on to the next portion of this, and that will be me painting it blue. So now we're going to begin painting the blue parts with X-4 Blue by Tamiya. I haven't used this blue in a long time. As a matter of fact, let's see if we have enough. There's ample amount of blue. Unlike the Mr. Surfacer 1200 liquid primer, this one's a little lighter, not too thick. I think that should be enough for the amount of parts that I have. Let's close this. However, I'm going to thin it down a little bit. Give it about maybe 30% thinner. And for that, I got Tamiya Colors acrylic paint thinner. Not a good idea to use the leveling thinner because it's more lacquer based. So that should be enough. I think that should be fine. Alright, so let's put this away, get it out of the way. I think I'll use a smaller brush for now. Leave the big brush later on. Okay. Alright. Let's see how this looks. I haven't done this in a long time. There's one thing about paint. It forms that annoying bubbles. But that came out okay. Let's try something else. I better get all the nooks and crannies of this part. Alright. That's fine. Let's try something bigger. This is the part of the ankle, the connection joints for the foot and the leg. This part will probably not show everything, but I want to cover all aspects of this part before I before it dries and I assemble it. I guess the one notable quality of painting with acrylic paint is you don't have to worry about fumes. Unlike the lacquer-based paint and the primer. And that primer almost killed me. Thank God I had a mask to cover myself with all the fumes and ventilated the room. Always make sure you have some sort of ventilation when working with fumes on some parts, on some tools. And that goes for you kids out there who probably want to try this. Okay, I think that part is taken care of. Let's try a bigger part. Oh, yeah, the hands. I put all of the hands here on one support here, on one alligator clip, because didn't feel like getting the entire pack out. Just want to do this. And then later on I'll probably do another pass. Come on. Shit. I think these two are going to annoy me as I'm painting this, so let me do the one that's actually more stiff and get it out of the way. I'll revisit it in a moment. Alright. Okay, let me get some of these parts done. This guy. Now, as you can see, I'm painting the hydraulic. The umbilical, actually, the red umbilical. I will repaint it again with the red. But first things first.